everything looks good. If you could just like write it up in like a contract, that way I can just go over everything. Should be all good from there.
Yeah, I mean that's not an issue. Obviously, even before the contract, like everything we covered, do you feel like 100% confident this can get you to the goals of like the 20K months out of the 9 to 5 and more of that time freedom to travel? Because that's the most important part.
Yeah, no, 100%. It's more so just like I know you like mentioned the guarantee and everything, just like being able to see that all in writing and everything.
Yeah, I mean we have it in writing, which I can obviously send over. Typically, we do it after as far as like the onboarding, enrollment, everything. Just so I get some clarity as well. What's behind you like wanting to see the contract and actually go over everything, just so I know.
Yeah, I think just like making sure I can make the full on commitment. So like the contract, because I know you said like the contract is like valid as long as I'm putting in the work. Of course. Like, yeah, I'm committed to putting in the work. I don't know exactly how much work that is. That's why I kind of want to look everything over.
Yeah, and I mean, even contract aside, like looking ourselves in the mirror, you mentioned the word commitment, right? Who's ultimately in control and has ownership over the results they see?
That would be me.
Right, because we're the one going to the coaching calls, we're going through the video content, doing the outreach, meeting with your one-on-one coach, right? So whose responsibility is it to actually get the results they want?
That's me.
Right, because I mean, in theory, if you're putting in the work, getting resourceful, doing everything in your power to make it work, you're going to see the results they want, right? But all we're looking for is additional certainty. Because if you have a contract in writing or you don't have a contract in writing, in what way does that dictate the outcomes you actually see within the program?
Yeah, you're right. Like it doesn't dictate the outcomes.
Sure. And at the same time, we also have large goals, right? 20K a month, getting out of our 9 to 5, being able to travel. Like that's going to require a level of inputs and work ethic in order to actually get there. Because all we're looking for is additional certainty, which I completely understand. But until we, do take that first step, fully, take ownership of the results we want for ourselves, like what's ultimately ever going to change?
Nothing would change.
Yeah. And I mean, thinking about it realistically, if we let the last year or two now look like the next month, year or two into the future, like where are we actually going to be at then?
I'm gonna be making the same money, which isn't enough to like I was telling you earlier, like just not take care of my family the way I want to.
Okay. And as a man, like man to man, is that something we can ultimately accept and, settle for?
No.
Okay. So, I mean, stepping into that version of ourself who has full confidence, who's going to get resourceful, do everything in his power to make it work, and takes that ownership and responsibility, like, what do you feel he does? Do you feel he makes the full on commitment and backs himself to get the 110% results he wants? Or do you feel he like shifts that responsibility onto something like a contract to hopefully make it work and use that as a deciding factor whether he puts in the work or not?
Yeah. If I'm being honest, I don't think that version of myself would give a shit about a contract.
Right. So what do you feel we need to do to put ourselves in the best position possible and take ownership of the life we want?
Just make the commitment and just do it.
So what are you going to do?
Let's do it.